you know what? I need to go live, and I need to let all my supporters know that that's not true. Miss Nell don't roll like that. Miss Nell ain't playing no side chick for nobody, okay? That's just not how it go. And yeah, she's referring to Tisha K interview with Martell. No, I'm not referring to Tisha K interview with Martell. For those of you who know, I won't call no names and until I address it. Just stay tuned. Some of you.
Today's film we will show offers a thorough analysis of one of the most devastating events that has shaken the entertainment industry. You can be sure Destiny will no longer be able to hide anything since Nell Fletcher has finally revealed her secrets. Should you have been following the drama, you know that this has been building for a good length of time. Conversely, we will analyze every aspect of Destiny today, and by the time this video ends, you will have a whole different perspective of the game.
I think the thing with me and her is, she get mad when I tell her how I feel. She really dismissed to me how I really felt about the girls' trip. She's male, she don't want to be nobody tell her how they feel. She don't want to be held accountable. Nell gonna tell Mel how she feel, and she's not used to that. She's used to, I don't know, do girls. I'm with you on everything, and I can't do that anymore.
You should make sure you see this all the way through since you will never view this scenario in the same manner once more, and you do not want to miss one single detail as it unfolds. You never will see it the same way once more. Destiny has presented herself over several years as a victim who is misinterpreted in a way that is inaccurate. By acting, she has developed the impression that she is constantly under attack, so guiding her to live her life, Nell Fletcher has decided to stop keeping quiet, even if other people are trying to motivate her to come out of her silence since she has seen all that has been happening from the sidelines. When I mention her providing proof to support her claims, I mean receipts. She is not only showing initiative in speaking the truth, but also offering data to back up her claims. Within the framework of this conversation, we are referring to screenshots, voice messages, and first-hand reports that utterly turn the narrative on its side. When Nell presented her facts, she presented evidence rather than only making assertions. Once she had presented everything, the whole internet became quiet. Almost immediately upon construction, the image of Destiny was virtually completely destroyed. Her fans, who had before kept her safe, began to doubt the facts they knew of her based on their impressions. Actually, Destiny was playing a rather different game under the innocent good girl front she presented to the world. Once it was discovered, this insight became clear. She was actively plotting, manipulating, and lying about the matter in addition to appearing to be a victim. The worst aspect was that Nell was not the only one with evidence showing Destiny had stated private things she had denied in public. Voice records surfaced showing Destiny saying things in private that she had denied in public. It became abundantly evident as the number of leaks kept rising how deeply Destiny had misled people. The texts Nell had found turned out to be exactly opposite of what Destiny had said in public. This resulted in those who had been her allies in the past and those close to her starting to come out to tell it. They had also been exploited in some sort and deceived. As another fact, among the most crucial bits of information that turned out to be unearthed was the discovery that Destiny had been gently stirring debate in order to remain relevant. The contents of her private conversations made it very evident that she had been disparagingly discussing persons she had formerly considered to be friends. She was trying to convince her supporters that she was the real victim of the circumstances, while she engaged in dubious commercial activities, disseminated false information, and simultaneously participated in both sides of the dispute. Previously, supporters of her began to feel as though they had been let down. It became clear over several years that they had been emotionally misled for a significant length of time. Destiny had shown herself as the innocent participant, but suddenly people were realizing the truth. She was the one who had been starting the anarchy from the very beginning, and then the most unexpected revelation of all came out. Nell not only proved that Destiny had been dishonest in the past, but also showed that she had been hiding much more major lies than she had previously acknowledged. Destiny's stories on her early years, her relationships, and even her own age revealed contradictions that would be challenging to fit. Stories handed by Destiny did not line up. She claimed to be a particular age at one point in time, but another piece of evidence entirely negated her claim from the start. On the internet, one noted a rapid increase in the volume of comments. In search of differences, people began excavating past interviews. What they discovered not only spurred new questions, but also raised greater doubts on the accuracy of the material. Still, that did not mark the end of the problem. One of Destiny's closest friends, someone who had supported her through all, turned on her right at the moment she seemed unable of bearing any more blows for the rest of her life, until they at last realized they could not remain silent anymore. The person in issue had been observing Destiny's manipulating actions in quiet. To keep Destiny at the top of the game, she had been playing both sides, using personal information against other individuals, and even turning her own friends against her. They exposed this reality. This was taken care of to guarantee her ongoing prosperity. This was the ultimate act of betrayal, since it happened concurrently and added to the already mounting body of proof contradicting her. Given all that was happening, what sort of response did Destiny exhibit? She became defensive, trying to point the finger on Nell and claiming that every one of these things was only jealousy. She chose to adopt a defensive posture instead of owning that she had made mistakes, apologizing, or even trying to clarify things. She tried to portray Nell as assaulting her out of spite, but here is the thing. It is difficult to refute the reality when you have strong proof in the shape of messages, recordings, and eyewitnesses. The internet was not embracing the idea, which suggested that it lacked sympathy. Destiny's behavior caused others who had earlier blindly supported her to start second questions about their support of her. The frantic effort Destiny tried to change the course of events just made things worse. It was at that instant people started to realize they had been duped, and Destiny's reputation was suddenly in flux. Nell exposed even more concerning details about Destiny's behavior right when you felt things couldn't possibly be much worse than they already were. Destiny had been showing Lance compassion in public, but behind the scenes, she had been lying, manipulating events, and creating drama to keep control over the marriage. Nell's assumption that Destiny was acting in a dubious way was insufficient. She also offered proof that she was. Many of the pieces of evidence Nell pointed out demonstrated that Destiny was playing everyone, even Lance. Among other data, these included text messages, voice recordings, and other materials. Let us also now consider how Destiny responded to all that occurred. Destiny decided to adopt a defensive posture instead of owning accountability or even trying to eliminate any doubt the circumstances could have caused. Claiming that jealousy drove Nell's disclosure, she sought to portray Nell as the adversary in the scenario. Nell was not only accusing others, she had records to support what she claimed, so the truth was out there for everyone to see regardless of how hard Destiny tried to distribute the guilt. She said that Nell was merely acting in this way because she felt threatened by Destiny's connection with Lance, hence trying to defend her behavior. Nell, though, had receipts to support her claims, so she was not only accusing anyone. About Lance, he has been pretty silent about the drama. Nonetheless, you can only imagine how difficult it must be for him to have his mother and the potential romantic interest engaged in this mess. In all respects, he has kept a rather quiet profile. Given Nell's disclosure of everything, some people are wondering whether he would speak out in not too distant future. Especially now that Nell has revealed all, this conjecture is particularly common. Do you believe he will keep his relationship with Destiny intact? Or do you believe this incident will force him to rethink everything? Those who had before backed Destiny are now questioning all they had ever known about the band. Importantly, the impact is felt. They believe that Destiny's idealized picture of a victim had been destroyed, and that her only success in trying to play the victim once more would be to make the already challenging situation even more difficult. Nell's supporters are gathering around her in the interim. People are praising her for speaking the truth. Her position in all of this is simply getting more and more solid as Destiny's reputation declines. Friends of Nell are gathering around her. Given this, what effects this will have on Destiny and Lance? Despite all the drama it has caused them, have they any intentions to keep their romantic relationship going? More significantly, what plans will Nell follow to handle the effects of the circumstance? The revelation of the truth makes it quite evident that the road ahead will be difficult for all those engaged. We are all on the tip of our seats, eager to watch how things turn out. This is true since the truth has become clear. Do you have any ideas? Have you concluded that Destiny has been impacting Lance as well as the other people living close by? Should this be the case, how do you suppose Nell's reaction will evolve going forward? Please leave comments below if you would want me to know your opinions. Make sure you like, and subscribe to the channel if you wish to keep current with all the most recent developments. I can assure you there will be a lot more drama to come, even if we have only lately begun. I'm quite sure of this. Look carefully.